Hi, hello, welcome. So, we are back with another card opening video. This time it's going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! As you can see, the camera quality is better. I am trying out my phone camera, however, it can be a little unstable, so there might be some weird cuts here and there during the video. However, like I said in the Pokemon card video, I was definitely more of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kid. Don't get me wrong, I collected a lot of Pokemon cards when I was younger, but I played more Yu-Gi-Oh! When it came to the actual card game itself. So, in my quest to expand my card collection, I have also diving towards Yu-Gi-Oh! However, once Yu-Gi-Oh! Started making a switch to GX and XYX and all those variations and iterations of the game itself, that's when I kind of took a step back and I was like, nah, not for me anymore. So there are going to be a lot of cards which I don't recognize. There are going to be a lot of cards which I don't know of. I'm hoping I get a lot more towards my era than I do the later series, but we will see. So, quite like the Pokemon cards, they came in pretty decent package. These are also from eBay, so these are just another random allotment of cards themselves. However, this didn't come with the bubble wrap that appears inside. And also the Pokemon cards came in this kind of packaging, so it was like extra protection. These were more just wrapped in cling film, or for those of you in America, I believe you call this cellophane wrap. And they made no effort to hide any of the cards whatsoever. So let's get these unraveled and we'll start going through them. They do look somewhat in better condition in terms of the sides of them. So I've still got a pile of Pokemon cards here, so I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Worried about damaging them whilst unwrapping because the cling film kind of sticks to the card. So when you look at the side of the cards, they do look somewhat in better condition than, let's just grab a handful of these, the Pokemon cards, which do look a bit, I don't know if they look dirtier or if it's just the border on the cards themselves, but that's the Pokemon cards. But yeah, let's go through these. So they've put a Holo straight on the top, which is TG Hyper Librarian. Oh, we've got another Holo actually. I believe this is a rare Holo, Charge of the Light Brigade, which is actually quite a good card from what I can remember. I believe one of the strongest builds was the Light Brigade deck, and that's what this card is for. So actually not a bad start with those two, and also another Holo. Wow, okay. Laundry Dragon Maid and another Holo. Wait, what? What's going on? That's Super Nimble Mega Hamster. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me stop with these because we're getting a lot of rare cards there. Let me put them to one side. Let me try the other pack. Is that an entire stack of rares, secret rares, holos, stuff like that? Huh. How peculiar. See, once again, I'm not a fan of the cellophane wrap. Doesn't really do much for me. I appreciate that they've tried to protect the cards, of course. But yeah, okay. So we'll go with this pack because this pack didn't have a Holo or anything on top. So we've got Scar of Vendred, Hydrolander Orbit. It's a pretty cool card. Rika Princess. Let me try and get Central. Moki Moki Adrift. I remember that card actually. Well, I remember him from the series, I believe. Vanguard of the Underground Emperor. Morphotronic Telephone. So right now I'm not seeing any of the XY, Z, or whatever they would call the GXs. Worm Illidan. Brave Drive. Tailormans Merly. Like, I remember the hero cards, which was part of GX. Wicked Acolyte, Chalam Sabak, Undaunted Bumpkin. A bumpkin, yeah. Is it a bumpkin or is it called a blumpkin? Either way, that doesn't sound right, because if you Google, you'll know what I mean. Tailormans Suliak. Amaze Attraction Thrill Train. See, I also think that Life Extreme, I also think that, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Became a little lazy when it came to naming. And they just literally started naming the cards as they were, essentially. Branded in Sentinel, Dogmatica. Cosmic Compass. Morphotronic Converter. The Most Distant, Deepest Depths. See, that's not very inventive, is it really? Oh yeah, I forgot about Synchros. That's what the Most Distant Depths is for. Volatile Odontor. TG Jet Falcon. Ice Jade Creation. Egro Cassis. Sure. Jesus Christ. Venosylph of the Flowering Fields. Melfi Penny. Venosylph and the Changing Season. And we've got a rare Shawknight. So I'm gonna have to look this up. I can't remember exactly how they went, but I'm sure that means like rare, and then you get certain like ultra rares, you get secret rares. I once sold a XYZ Soldier Alpha Omega Beta whatever card for like 40 quid when I was like 16, which at the time was like massive. Just to think that you could actually earn that much money from a Yu-Gi-Oh card was huge, humongous. Okay, so let's go back to the pile that keeps on giving. So the first 4 cards were rares, ultra rares, foils, whatever you want to call them. And so was this one, Solemn Luna. Okay, Volcanic Rocket. Okay, so they did put their rarest cards at the front, which I do appreciate. It shows you're getting your value for money. This was only about, I think, £5-6 for 100 cards, I think it was. Volcanic Rocket. Salmangreat Revive. Okay, now we're getting to the normal cards. All first edition, though. Are these all first edition? Every card so far from this pile alone has been first edition. Aqua Course Round. Dark Honest. Rise of the Snake Deity. Digit Jamming. Still first editions. Sprite Smashers. Ascan the Bicorn Goatee. Okay, so see, Synchros is something which I didn't get into. I never had a Synchro deck. Break the Destiny. Laundry Trap. Okay, our first non-first edition in this pile, Buten. Bolt Penguin. That comes from the base series, original, 1996, which I do appreciate. Back when I really enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And can we just admit, this whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! is a better card game. I think, hell, I'd even say Yu-Gi-Oh! is the better anime as well. Pokemon, obviously, longevity, and Pokemon collectors-wise is better, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Had the better anime series, especially this one here. And it also had the better actual card game to play. Battle Wasp, Sachi, Ceremonial Bow. Influence Dragon, which is also from 1996. So I like how these are actually adding cards from my actual time period. Red-Headed Oni, Megalith Bethor, DD Sika, Backup Secretary, got a couple left, Trickstar Nightshade, and Top Runner. Okay, that's actually not a bad haul, especially when you think about how many first editions we have. Obviously, I know first editions don't exactly mean rare. They don't exactly mean money. But that's not what we're into this for. However, given that this was only, you know, £8 or whatever it was, I can't remember, on eBay, that amount of first editions, and then obviously we had, which were also first editions, I might add, I think all of them were. Yeah, all of them were. We also had all of this as well. Stolen Luna, Super Nimble Mega Hamster, Charge of the Light Brigade, which is a very good card if you've got that specific deck. And I believe that deck was actually banned to be used in official tournaments. Laundry Dragon Maid and TG Hyper Librarian. So, I mean, I don't know whether it's been biased here and my love for the actual card game, but I think that this is a better haul than what I had for the Pokemon cards. So I'll definitely be diving back to eBay to get some more of these. And also the Pokemon cards as well. But it won't just be those that I'll be going to, like I said. It'll be multiple videos. And until next time, have a good one.